Are we talking? Are we spanking? Are we talking? Are we spanking? Are we talking? Are we spanking?
Damn.
What up? Good morning, everybody. What's going on? I had a bit of a late start. My computer was acting up. Y'all already know I go through these laptop issues, so there's that. But I hope everyone is having a good morning so far. What's going on? Let me just say what's up to everyone. We got Hooves on the board. Damn, Hooves, you was in here early. Hooves on the board. What's going on? And Stan, the last Nashi. Gandhi Megatron. Oh, what's going on? Some new names. If you have not done so yet, don't forget to hit the little sub button. And don't forget to hit that like button either. Barrow, we got Barrow here. What up, Charlene? We got Queen Peace, PT Ham. All right, so I don't know if y'all saw the video that I dropped this morning, I think it was, with the ex-stepson speaking. So we're going to go over that today because Mrz Parker can't be in today. So we're going to go over the ex-stepson speaking about his time, his experience with Legion. And then I'm going to pull up, depending on, because where she did the interview at, I'm talking about Reesa Teesa, I don't know if they're going to strike my shit. So we'll try. I'll play some of the clips and we'll kind of play it by ear because if they strike it, then I can't do nothing about it. But if they don't, then we're good to go. What's going on? What's going on, Midwest? Yes, we got JoJo. Yeah, I grabbed these off of TikTok, right? And then when I went to the quote unquote the ex stepsons, because allegedly, I don't know. When I went to his TikTok page, there was nothing there. So I don't know if he's like posting them and then deleting them or what. So we're gonna see. Again, everything is alleged. All right. Whatever he says is according to him. It's not according to NovaReii. And I'm just gonna leave that disclaimer out there. What's going on, Holofola? All right. So let's get into this one first, and then we'll get into her interview. What's going on, Juicy Skittles? All right.
Yep, you seen what my sister said? My sister just commented, Rome abused me. You seen what my
Oh.
Seen what my sister just said? Miss Cream just commented and said Rome abused me. Like, bro, I don't have, dog, I ain't got nothing to cap about, bro. I ain't got nothing to cap about. And I don't know, that's for my sister to tell y'all. If she want to tell y'all, I'm not going to put her business out there like that. I ain't going to put her business out there like that. Baby. Okay, hold on. You can get something to drink in a second. So I'm 28 years old, okay? My mother had me when she was 16. So a lot of y'all was saying, like, you look too old to be his stepson. That's not the case. I'm only 28 years old. My mother is like 45, 46. She had me when she was young. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I look older than what y'all think. Y'all like, man, there ain't no way. This man.
It's the face you hear that makes him look older. What's going on? Who's on the board? Oh, thank you for the super prayer. No one take offense about how I be. It's just how I be. Thank you for the super prayer. Yo, JoJo, they was in my old building. They was doing construction for like a year. I was like, my God. I mean, right outside the building.
Man, he too old, you know what I'm saying? But I got receipts. Y'all done seen the pictures. Y'all done seen, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done
I
seen
gotta
all
look for
this.
these
So you know I ain't capping.
because I haven't seen no receipts. I gotta look for the receipts. That's the thing, bro. I don't know because they don't get into that. It's just they say that and then they move on. And this guy's like videos with him, they're not really like there's no page. I haven't found his page. I thought I found his page, the only page with that name, but there's no videos on it. So I don't know. I'll keep looking.
But yeah, so I met him. You know, everything was copacetic. You know, he was like, as far as
Oh
we
damn.
knew before we knew anything, he was a decent dude. And then once, like I said, a couple months of me being there, I started to see.
Okay, wait. How old did he say the mom was? She's about 40 something. She had him when she was 16. So that would make him in his 30s, not even? No. No shot. Nah, y'all believe this is his y'all believe that this is actually his ex-stepson? Um he also has that deep wrinkle on his forehead. Yeah, exactly. Should be irritating me. 28? Nah, fam. Nah, fam. 28? Nah. No way.
The signs, um, just about him lying about, just simple stuff like him being on the phone and talking to people that's not really there. Him keeping my mother up all night, just talking her head off, just
Damn.
basically spewing all his problems out to her. Wouldn't let her get no rest, wouldn't let her sleep. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I had to get in his face a couple times because of how he would talk to my mother. You get what I'm saying? And I appreciate you as my mother. She's a beautiful lady, very beautiful lady. And now she's doing good. She's doing very good. She's remarried. The man who she's with now loves her. He takes good care of her. You know what I'm saying? So she definitely got out of that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's possible. It definitely is possible. He may have had a life. But damn, I don't know. Jordan is looks 40, but he is God damn.
The people who are worried about her. Um, Hold on, let me see.
I
I'm
gotta
still
find the
new to this,
pictures.
guys. Yes, I seen him fake talking on the phone all the time. All the time. That was like one of his main things that he did, He would talk to all types
He's seen him.
of random.
He's seen him fake talking on the phone. uh, yeah. How does he not know his own mother's age? I know I can't give him too much shit for that. I know some people that don't know. I don't know how you can't know. I knew my parents' age all my life, their birthdays, all that shit. But I know a few people that are like, I don't know, they're about this age.
Imaginary people. Um, he was a weird dude, man. But it was normal weird. Like it was, I can't explain it. Like it was, you had to be paying attention. And after, a liar can't
It's
last too
subtle.
long, man. Like a liar can only lie for so long until they get caught up in their lies. And shit, he did well with keeping him up for a good minute until, we ended up talking to his actual family. And they
Wait, so they
explained
his
everything. They
family
put it
too?
all into perspective. Like the lady, Reesa, was saying that, he was from Philly or whatever the case may be. But that man was born and bred in Augusta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? His family was from Augusta, Georgia. His twin brother is from Augusta, Georgia, the one that he portrays as and wants to be like. I don't know where he stays now. I don't know if he does stay in Philly now. I don't know any of that information. I haven't talked to his family it's been over damn near almost 10 years, 7 years. So, you know what I'm saying? And his parents are gone. They're deceased. So
Are those braces on him? Oh, he has braces on. Are those braces?
there's really not too many other people you can talk to that I know of anyway.
Right.
I know the lady was talking about he had brothers and sisters. The only siblings that I'm aware of was his twin brother, and that's it. I'm not aware of any other siblings if he did have them. Rhode Island. Yeah, I keep seeing people talk about Rhode Island. Shit, I'm just gonna go off of what you guys talking about. Okay, so Rhode Island,
What's up,
my
Techie Mommy?
family is from Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Okay, I have family who stays in Rhode Island. My mother and him ended up moving up north because they wanted to be close to the family. You get what I'm saying? So it was Augusta, Georgia first. Then they moved up to Rhode Island. They moved.
She is doing shinless activities. Thank you for the super prayer, BGTV. Yeah, she's doing shinless things in her shinless home.
Up to Rhode Island like a little bit after my son was born. Literally not even like a week or two after he was born.
What's a shinless activity? Put it in the chat. What would you consider a shinless activity?
And I stayed in Augusta, Georgia for a couple months before I ended up going up north to stay with them in Rhode Island. That's so the Rhode Island lady that y'all thinking of. Yep, that's my mom and stuff like that. My family had got into it with him in Rhode Island because of the way he was talking and the way that he was, doing her and disrespecting her. And my family got on his head. We about jumped his ass out there. You know what I'm saying? Because just the type of time he was on. My family hated him. None of my family liked him at all. The only reason why I feel like my mom stayed for as long as she did is because of the financial stability, in my personal opinion. That's the only reason why I would see her staying. And I don't know who Egypt is. I don't know who that is, man.
Oh, that's
y'all
the
keep
little
saying
girl.
Egypt. I've never heard of this girl before. The girl in the back is not Egypt. Her name is Azriel. That is my daughter. But when I met him, he was working at a Christian TV station, doing like the maintenance work, the background work, like, you know what I'm saying, for the TV and shit like that. That's what he was doing. He wasn't doing anything special or fancy at all. You get what I'm saying? Like,
what's going on, Stella H? Yeah, well, Charlene, remember he will pay the bills. So I guess maybe she stayed with him for that reason alone.
He wasn't doing anything that...
Yeah, I don't care too much about the whole Egypt thing either. He was sending the sneakers. I guess people were trying to see if maybe that's his kid or something, like low key, and he was just acting like it was a friend's kid. I don't know. But I'd rather them just stay where they're at. It's bad enough a lot of other people got roped into this.
Was wild. That man is not from Philly. He is from Augusta, Georgia.
Yes, we care about
after
peaches.
He started working for after he stopped working at that place, I think he started working with my mother. They was working from home. You know what I'm saying? He done had other jobs too, like Family Dollar, being a general manager there and shit like that. Legion's real name is Jerome McCoy.
Damn.
Jerome. I fucked his eye up. You know what I'm saying? When we got into a fight over him disrespecting my mother, when I got locked up, I fucked his eye up real good, but I didn't like mess up his knee or anything like that. My mom was only married to him for a couple of years. I was about 17, 18, 19, 16, some shit like that. Do that time. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I have talked to Reesa. I hit her up and she hit me back up, thanking me for validating her story and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? When I seen that and when I seen people was saying that she was lying, I said, oh no, I gotta say something because this man is not about to get away with this shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking way I'm about to let it happen. Hell nah. This nigga had this shit coming for a while now. I don't know who Bradley is, but
what's going on?
I don't know who the fuck Bradley is. I've never heard of Bradley. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So y'all keep asking me about Bradley and these other imaginary people.
Why are they asking him about Bradley? How the hell would he know about Bradley? Bradley was with Reesa Teesa apparently. That had nothing to do with his mama.
I have no idea. But I wasn't about to let this lady go on here and come out, be confident enough to tell her piece, and then a motherfucker is sitting here talking about some she lying. No, we're not doing that. We're not playing them games. We're not playing those games. That lady is 100% correct. She's not lying about nothing. That man is fucking delusional. He has problems. From what I was told, his mother was she loved the other son more than she loved him.
Oh,
like I said before, the twin was always more popular in high school. He was football, you know what I'm saying? He had all the girls, you know what I'm saying? He was a popular dude, and Rome was.
The twin played football in high school? Oh my God. So according to him, the twin is the one that played football. So did Jerome ever play football? Do y'all know? Not do y'all know. Do y'all think he ever played football? Or did he just take the story from the twin? Charlene said, Lord, I know some McCoys. I'm going to need to reach out. Yeah. Who knows? It is becoming a new Titan sub situation. Apparently everybody was married to this man at one point. Yeah, he had, according to the story, he had like two exes, two ex-wives, and then there was an ex-girlfriend. So this is the ex-wife that had the kids. Yeah, well, you know how it goes, Griffin Doggo. There's gonna be like, a bunch of people that come out. I knew Jerome. I sat on the bus next to Jerome one day. Like that type of shit. Any real proof that this man is actually part of the Legion story, or is it that? Well, that's the thing, Barrow. This is all allegedly. He's saying that he was. He said he showed pictures of, to show proof. I haven't seen the pictures. So if someone knows of the pictures, send them my way. But he said he showed pictures to show proof that Legion is, unless he did it on Facebook, which then that's why I would never see it, because I don't have a Facebook account. So it's all alleged. um, I just stole that man's life. Okay, so y'all don't think he did the football? Okay, yeah. I think he stole his stories from his twin. I love that everyone is like Legion is a delusional scrub. It's all being confirmed. Um, wow, he took his brother's whole life, whole cloth, and all. Yeah, it's seeming like that.
Was the exact opposite. Rome, and especially at home, like I guess there was favoritism shown. You get what I'm saying? They didn't really fuck with Rome how they fuck with. I don't know if his name is Michael. I can't remember his twin's name, and that's why he'll go on and say certain things portraying his brother, because that's the type of lifestyle that he wants to live. He want to be like his brother, and instead of him just working and getting it himself, he manipulates these women and gets them to believe all this and that, and that's how he get their ass.
But then my thing is like,
but I do have a sister, but I don't think
is the motivation just. Oh, hold on, the sister. Hold on.
I don't think that's the one that y'all are talking about, because my sister isn't dead. She's well and alive. There's nothing. He was fucking batshit crazy. I mean, there's only a certain amount that people can fucking take, and he was fucking wild, man. He was just crazy. Like I said, he was impersonating a police officer when we was out there. He was acting like he was the police. He was out there asking people if they had drugs on them, detaining people, all types of stuff, acting like he was personal security for that apartment complex that we were staying in.
Ooh. And he was doing that in the. Oh no, he was doing that in the apartment complex that they stayed in. No. Oh my God. Can you imagine? I mean, can you imagine how embarrassing that is? Your stepdad is out there hemming people up for drugs when he ain't even a cop. But he ain't even doing it on no community service type shit. Like he's just out there shaking people down for their drugs. Renegade, I'm still trying to figure out how Legion was shopping at Save-A-Lot in California, and there are no Save-A-Lots in Cali, period. That's another thing that was brought out. I never been to Cali, but all of y'all that's been in Cali or live in Cali are like, there's no save a lots out there. So there's that. There's one lie we can confirm is a lie. Oh, okay, Jojo. He was impersonating a police officer. He was basically going around to people in like a specific area. That well, when Reesa told the story, it was like in a specific area, but the ex stepson is saying it was in the apartment complex that they stayed at, and he was like I said, impersonating a police officer at like trying to press people about whether or not they had drugs on them. Yeah, he is lucky he wasn't killed. He's not even a neighborhood watch. Yeah, exactly. That's one way to get drugs, right? He needed to get some drugs. How else was he gonna get them? Stop paying people's bills and you have money for drugs.
He got caught up, and he did 8 months to a year for that shit. And when that was going on, my mom got the fuck up out of there. I don't blame her. For real.
Oh, he did do time. Okay.
And that photo that I showed y'all with me being in the car.
Oh, the weekend jail. That's right. I forgot about that.
And him being tagged in my stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? With the Mustang, like all that shit was fucking fake. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he about to. In my mind, at this point, I knew he full of shit. But the fact that somebody goes to a dealership and then acts like they about to buy a car and then don't do it, you don't think somebody's gonna do that shit. So even with me knowing he was a liar, I even thought like, well, shit, if this nigga coming to a motherfucking car dealership, he obviously about to motherfucking go and get this car. Doesn't that make sense? No, this nigga was just there to just fucking test drive the motherfucking car, just to know how it felt, I guess. And he wanted me to ride with him. This nigga wasn't about to give me shit. He wasn't about to give me no fucking car. The hell? He couldn't even afford that car for himself. Ain't no damn way. Ain't no motherfucking way. But I can't bring y'all keep asking for my mother. She'll talk when she ready to talk, man. I don't know. I can't really speak too much about that. She gonna talk when she ready to talk.
That's a good point, Renegade. If this wasn't his stepson, Legion would have said he didn't know who he was. That's a good point. Yeah, like outright denied it. Like, I don't know that fool. Maybe he meant the grocery outlet and confused himself with Save-A-Lot since it had been so long since he was in Cali. All right, Lex is shooting him some bail. Pun intended. We'll shoot him some bail. Maybe he just made a mistake. What's going on, Dance for Days? um, test driving. Test driving cars is Legion's love language, right? Like his first date and shit. I fully support weekend jail. Quit costing people their whole lives for minor shit. Yeah, I agree. I support it. I think it's a good idea for like non-violent offenses. Yeah, there's no point in you having to give up however much time of your life in addition to a possible job and shit like that. Lose your apartment, all that shit for some like minor offense. It doesn't make any sense.
A lot of people saying they don't believe me, this and that, man. All you gotta do is do your research. That's it. All you gotta do is do your research. There's people who are doing the research for me. I don't even have to do the research myself. There are people who are doing it for me and showing y'all that this man is fucking insane. No, I don't think Rome has any kids, not that I know of. He didn't have no kids when he was with my mother. So.
Renegade said no bail. I wouldn't say I was in New York shopping at Publix when the store was a path. Renegade ain't giving no room. All right, Renegade, I feel you. Poetic Justice said, I don't even know what the fuck is going on, but if it'll take my mind off my drama, I'm here for it. I hope everything's good with you, Poetic Justice. And yeah, I hope it does take your mind off of that, give you a laugh. Maybe he was thinking of Save On, the local pharmacy. Y'all really trying to throw some bail like a drunk tank. If nobody got hurt, 48-hour hold. Yeah, I agree. Even child support, how is someone going to pay when they sit months in jail, take their weekends instead of everything? Agreed. I agree with that.
So I highly doubt it. She took a little sippy sip. But yeah, man, It was funny, man. Sometimes he would just be talking about random dumb shit, and he was full of shit. He wouldn't talk about nothing for real. And at that point, it was just more like comical. You know what I'm saying? We kind of like fucking joked about the shit. Because as long as I was there, it wasn't really too much going on. But I'm not gonna lie, I've had to get in his face a couple times. And that's a big dude.
Damn, yeah, we've seen him. Taylor Noir, thank you for the super prayer. A lot of I can't stand you, Taylor Noir. A lot of raw meat sucking bums. Like the stream. Like the stream, y'all. Also, I'm gonna have Russ sing to y'all. No, but my bad. No, it's alright. Maybe he was just trying to save a lot to put into his offshore account for his all cash house payment. Fair point. Uh, who's on the board? Thank you for the super prayer. Shani, who? This shit is my vice now. Raw meat sucking bums. That's my favorite. My fucking yo, that would be a wild. Like, what would be the graphic around it though? That's dope. I do, Taylor.
Big dude. He not no little dude, He bigger than most of y'all Compton right now. He bigger than me. I'm 6 feet. He's motherfucking 6'4", 80 pounds, 270 pounds. Big dude, man, And he tried to use that to his advantage. You get what I'm saying? But I don't care how big you are. You disrespect my mother and coming out your mouth the wrong way, I'm gonna say something. And I guess he thought I wasn't going for it. Cause he scored when I got arrested, before I got arrested, we squared up and everything. And he thought that he was gonna fucking do some shit. I popped him in his eye one good time and he immediately called the police on me. Oh God. Oh, I can't smoke this in the damn live. I don't know why.
Oh, you cannot.
This shit's stupid, man.
Restrictions.
That's a restriction from the age. Cause I'm cussing and shit. Trying not to, but it's so fucking hard not to cuss.
Put the butt down.
But I mean, shit, kids don't need to be listening to this shit anyway. So, yes, my mother is still kind of upset with me. She's pissed off at me. It's my fault. It ain't nobody's fault. I ain't
Legion can't fight. Hell no, Legion can't fight. I don't think he can either. And remember how in the story that Reesa was telling, she was saying that one of the things that he like really how do you call it, was adamant about was his like fighting skill. So just from that alone, he probably asked when it comes to fighting. Yeah, Legion's like 6'something, 6'2", I think they said.
Blaming none of y'all because, I'm the one who put her out there. You know what I'm saying? So, but
thank you, BGL, for being a member for 21 months. Why does this dude look like Yato with the thicker beard and darker skin? Yato, now Yato gonna come into the chat. You summoned him. He bought her. He brought her ex an Xbox. He can't fight big for nothing. Wasting all that bigness, right? Ah, shit. Pause.
I didn't think y'all was gonna go and fucking try to hit her up and try to talk to her, and you know what I'm saying, and and she's upset because it's traumatic. You get what I'm saying? This is a traumatic experience, and now she has to relive it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it might be good publicity. It might be good publicity and shit like that, but it's not.
She better get an interview.
It's not something that everybody want to be dealing with. You know what I'm saying? She was dealing with it for all that time. She's been trying to get away from it. You know what I'm saying? And I told my mom, I said, Mom, you need to get paid. You know what I'm saying? You need to get paid. You was probably one of the first victims to, go through this. And she don't want to be looked at as a victim. She don't want to be looked at, you know what I'm saying? So she just kind of don't even want nothing to do with it. But shit, if my mother, is smart and get with the program, she can get paid. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my mama paid for that fucking trauma and torment that she went through,
Yeah, you better get
what you
paid.
Doing? What you doing?
I mean, go past.
Definitely deserves it. She deserves to get paid. And
I don't like showing kids, although she's adorable. I try not to, but she's all up in this video, so I can't really avoid it. But,
And get paid how? Like, motherfuckers want a goddamn document interview. You know what I'm saying? It's no reason for her not to get paid. She had to deal with all that fucking emotional trauma. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. She deserves to get paid. Hell yeah, damn. And yes, and he deserves to be known across the world so people understand what is going on. You get what I'm saying? So don't nobody. So he can't get into no one else's head. Y'all keep saying he is from Pennsylvania. That man is not from Pennsylvania. He is from Augusta, Georgia. Where are y'all getting this information from? Where are y'all getting this information from? I really want to know. That don't make no sense.
Cute. Hello, bees.
That man is not from Philly. His older brother, though, that he is not from no PA. And if he is from there, he's been in Augusta all his life. They might have been born.
Yo, exactly, Renegade. Renegade says she better get paid. Legion will never do another interview. There's no way he could tell that same story twice. Exactly, like, and it's gonna get broken down. You know what I mean? All the lies are gonna be pointed out. So yeah, there's no way he's gonna be able to repeat that same story. He's gonna fuck up on some of the details.
And born out there. He might have family out there, but his family died in Augusta, Georgia. His parents died in Augusta, Georgia. He might have family in Philly. He might, but that's not where they from. And when I say from, where they grew up at, that man grew up in Augusta, Georgia. There's people out here in Augusta, Georgia who knows this man and knows his brother.
Damn.
So he might be from Philly. I don't fucking know because the nigga goddamn crazy. You don't know what to believe. I didn't do all that researching and trying to figure out where the fuck he was from. I hated him. I couldn't stand him. I liked him the first 2 weeks, and then boom. After that, fuck that man, bro. Fuck that man. They talking about something I'm doing too much. Now I'm exposing this nigga. He talking about something I'm cursing around this baby. Y'all got more important shit to be worried about. People keep asking me, am I homeless and shit like that? You know what, to be honest with you,
Is he homeless?
I'm gonna keep this shit a buck with y'all. I am. I got a whole shit. I got my own fucking story to tell, but y'all don't want to hear that shit. Y'all want to hear about Rome. So. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to hear about him, so I'm not really gonna put my business out there, especially if y'all don't want to motherfucking hear about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And shit, to be honest with you, there's a lot of shit I can't really say about my story because I'll be snitching on myself. A nigga ain't trying to get locked up. You feel what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I got
don't
some crazy
do that.
ass stories, man. For real, I do. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, Renegade said smoking in the car with a baby is a little crazy though. Yeah, I'm glad he turned around to the other side. Now I really want to see how the twin brother looks. I gotta find a picture. I'm gonna have to find a picture.
Get myself right and get myself back on a path that I need to be on. The only reason why I even got on this TikTok, man, is because my mother hit me up and told me that the lady Reesa was exposing Rome. And I said, well, fuck. If she gonna do it, you might as well get the goddamn, you know what I'm saying, the people that was with him and actually, you know what I'm saying, live with him for a good second. You get what I'm saying? Shit. Where you going? Where you going?
Here.
But yeah, bro, like none of my family liked his ass. None of my family liked it. I mean, yeah, I would do some interviews. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'll do some interviews and tell y'all what's going on the most I can, what I can tell y'all. You know what I mean? Shit, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was on the way to pick my son up from Augusta. We were staying in Atlanta at the time.
Yeah, this Randall, it sounds like him and his mom's, like they was like probably not in the best financial position or something like that. And he sounded like he didn't have a hard life, so who knows what kind of women, he was picking. Probably women who were like down and out and shit, so that they had to deal with his bullshit, especially because like he said that his mother stayed around for the financial security. So he may have done that deliberately, pick women who are down, down on their luck, so that they have to stay with his bullshit for longer. Yeah, vulnerable people. Thank you. That's the one. Financials is the main reason people stay with crazies. Yeah. Yeah, this one is almost done actually. Then we'll get into Reese's video. Like I said, it was done on a channel that may strike, so we shall see.
And We was on the way to go get my baby. It's my first child. He about 3 years old. We picked him up, and on the whole ride back.
They say he was working, Renegade. I mean, he said he was working. The VP at the condiment factory. He said that never happened. But he's had other jobs. So, and then trucking. Thank you, JoJo.
Back, they arguing. They just arguing. And it got to a point where he started putting his hands on her face and cussing at her until ain't nobody gonna do shit, this and that. So I wait until we park and I got the car and I let him know. I said, bro, you're not about to be fucking talking to my mom like that. Who the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And he ended up squaring up with me like, little nigga, you ain't about to do nothing. You ain't about to do shit. We squared up, you know? Ended up calling the police on me. I had to, and like a dumbass, I waited. My stupid ass, I waited for the police to come. I should have got the fuck on, but I waited. They came because I didn't think I was gonna get arrested because it was kind of self-defense in my opinion. And they arrested my dumb ass. I was locked up for 7 days in Clayton County. You can motherfucking look this shit up. The people done looked it up. People done, you know what I'm saying? And where did he work while he was in Augusta? He was working at a Christian TV station in North Augusta, which is right across the border from Augusta, Georgia. That's North Augusta,
Christian,
South Carolina.
Of course.
And Clayton County, hell yeah, I was locked up in that bitch for 7 days. I ain't never been locked up before in my life. I was madder than a motherfucker, man. I was mad as hell. I'm in here, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. The people in there were cooler than a motherfucker, but don't nobody want to be in jail. I was in that bitch for 7 fucking days. And the only reason why I got out is because that stupid ass dude paid for my bond to get out. He put me in jail and then had to come out of pocket. Dumbass boy. You know what I'm saying? And now he ain't reached out to me. Fuck that. And even if he did, man, I'm not talking to him. Fuck that, man.
A homosexual preying on homosexuals. Thank you, who's on the board, for the super prayer. Yeah.
Let me stop cussing. I keep telling me to stop cussing. It's so hard. Yeah. It's so hard. I mean, yeah, at least he paid the bill. He ain't have no choice. My mother would not wish I was lying. I wish I was lying. Who the hell want to go through some shit like that? Who wants to go through that? Who want to go through that? And how do he have money? He worked, man. He worked. I mean, he might have been lying about, the big things that he was doing, but that man kept a job. I'll tell you that. Like, I'll give him that. That man kept a job, man. He did. He made sure the bills was paid and everything. All that. But yeah, man. I just came out here to let y'all know what's going on. My mother, like I said, she might be talking on her radio show. She might not. I have no...
Well, Deshaun said he had a sister. I mean, that he has a sister. And he alluded to like more than one. And then one said that she was abused by Jerome. So I don't know. I don't know about there being a brother. Tough love is a Christian way. Tough on him and tough on Leisha's body. Probably did lie in them resumes.
I have no idea. And I'm not begging. They asking me if I want money. I'm not begging. I'm not asking for no money. I ain't asking for no money. I don't. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm on here for. You get what I'm saying? I'm not on here for that. I'm just trying to raise awareness. That's it. If y'all want to send me money, I mean, I'm more than grateful and I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not begging y'all. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm doing. But if y'all asking me for money, of course I'm gonna give y'all my cash. What you mean, man? I'm still out here struggling, man. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? This man over here getting all this attention for being a piece of doo doo. Not trying to cuss, a piece of doo doo. You know what I'm saying? And I need the people to know that Reesa wasn't lying. She wasn't lying about nothing, man. The lady wasn't lying. Who gonna get on here and have a fully detailed, like 50 something parts? Like, no, man. No. That lady wasn't lying. And like I said, I don't even know all the stuff that she talked about. I don't even know what she done went through with this man. I have no idea. The biggest lie that he told, for me, was the whole NFL thing. And being a big producer and all that. That was, I mean, in my personal opinion. That and lying on saying he had a wife and some kids and they passed away in a car crash or something like that. Something like that.
Wait, what?
I know my baby.
Wait, did Reesa tell that lie? No, right? That he had a wife and kids that passed away in a car crash? Well, the only good thing that I've heard about Jerome is that he keeps a job. Yeah. That's the one good thing that has been a consistent and throughout. No matter who talks about him, it seems like that. At least he keeps a job, or he produces failure. Jesus, bro. Yes, I did. Nova needs to do her research and find it first. What? Oh, his mom has a radio show. What? Okay, yeah, because I'm like, okay. So you, because he's gonna change his lives up with each wife. Okay, because guys like him don't people. I should say people, not even just guys. People like him don't really bank on or don't think that you're gonna get in contact with other people that they've lied to. So, what up, crafty gypsy?
Baby is okay. My baby does not stay in the car with me. My baby has somewhere to go. I'm just staying in the car by myself. So y'all don't have to worry about my baby. My baby is perfectly
Oh,
fine.
he's
She is
living
well
out
taken
his
care of.
car.
She has a
What?
lot of family and a lot of support. And her mother and stuff like that. It's just me right now staying out in this car. I've been, trying to find work and stuff out here and all that good stuff. I ain't been able to, what I'm saying,
Oh, you better get you
find
an
the work that I need
interview.
to because of my record. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so that was that video. He better get himself an interview. Damn, what's going on, Icy Red? I mean, the best way to end a lie about people is to say they're no longer here. He did that a lot. Yeah, he was always killing somebody off. Um, yes, he said he wasn't sure if his mom was going to talk about it on her radio show. Damn, I missed that. All right, I gotta look for it then. All right, let me write a list. I have to write a list of all the things I gotta find. I gotta find the twin. I gotta find the radio show. Yeah, that was Toya's son. Georgia, we like to help. All right, let me look for Hold on, I'm gonna let Russ sing to y'all while I get this other interview together. Hold on. Um, what song y'all want to hear? Barnaby? No. Um, do. I'll do this one right now. In Eden, the garden.
Waiting for your modern messiah to take away all the hatred that darkens the light in your eyes. Still awaiting I.
Thou hast been in Eden, the garden.
Waiting. Pretty woman, yeah. Pretty woman, look my way. Pretty woman, say you'll stay with me. 'Cause I need you. I'll treat you right. Come with me, baby. Be mine tonight.
Disclosure here. You've not received any.
All right, that was great. NovaReii. Oh, I was muted. Oh shit, I did Mrz Parker. My bad, y'all. I was I thought I was talking. All right, here we go. I found it. God damn it. I did a Mrs. Parker. My bad. All right, here we go. So this is the on Tamron Hall's daytime show. Reesa Teesa did her interview, and so there's gonna be clips. It's not the entire interview. It's just gonna be like 8 9 minute clips.
Sit down. Because who the bleep did I marry? You know what I'm talking about. It is the TikTok hashtag and video series now viewed by millions around the world. It's about allegations of lies, deceit, and betrayal. And the woman at the center of it all is joining us today for an exclusive daytime conversation. Who the bleep did I marry?
Thank you, who's on the board for the Super Prayer Legion telling bad stories like Larry Plotter. Who's Larry Plotter? Thank you.
It is the work, you might say, some say masterpiece, of Reesa Teesa. And it's all about the alleged betrayal of her now ex-husband. She launched it on Valentine's Day, and people have not stopped reading it since. It's 50 parts, 8 hours long, and so compelling that millions around the world have made it must-watch TV. While the theme isn't new investigation discovery, as an entire series with the title, it's become an obsession for some, even with celebrities. I know NSYNC member Lance Bass couldn't get enough of it. Look at him, he had his popcorn. The story starts March 4th, 2020, just weeks before the COVID shutdown, when Reesa meets the man she calls Legion on a dating app. Take a look.
Hi, and welcome. We all know why you're here.
It's the TikTok soap opera that tens of millions of people can't get enough of. And the story of Reesa and Legion begins like most. After meeting on a dating app, they exchange phone numbers, and he reaches out first.
In the first phone call, he told me that he had just moved to Georgia from California from San Diego. His job had transferred him because he was being transferred in as the new regional manager. We talked about family. We talked about friends. We talked about our jobs. At the time, I was working at Georgia State Patrol. Also in that phone call, he explained to me that he used to play arena football.
They agree to meet in person, but on the way to their first date, her car tire blows out.
So I called him and I said, hey, I'm so sorry, but my tire just blew. I said, I got to get this fixed. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm a damsel in distress. So he shows up to the gas station. He changes my tire, which I just thought was the sexiest thing in the world.
Afterwards, he takes her to a tire store and bought her a new tire. Then,
Renegade, thank you for the super prayer. Loving the content. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. This is definitely different than what I was doing before, but I'm enjoying it. I'm glad you guys are too. BGL, thank you for the super prayer. Legion lying like he almost got her. Thank you for the super prayer.
Continued on to dinner. She says it was everything she dreamed.
We hold hands walking into the Cheesecake Factory. So in my mind, I'm like, this is just this. Oh my God, I had butterflies. That's the look of a woman who had butterflies.
While waiting for a table, they fall into a deep conversation.
He tells me, I believe at the time he was 42. He was like, I want to get married.
Dinner goes so well, by the time the date ends, she's seeing signs.
So at the end of dinner, we sat in his car and he played this song for me by John Legend. I just remember that John Legend was talking about, I think I met my wife tonight. And I thought it was a sign. So I was like, oh my God.
For the next 2.5 weeks, they talk every day, and then COVID shuts down the state.
So he moved in, he paid all the household bills. So my check really was just taking care of me, myself, and I. It was intoxicating to not have to worry financially about how to pay the bills.
Soon after, he says he wants to buy a home, the two of them.
This is when he showed me a letter from Chase with the Chase logo at the top, stating that he had been approved for a $750,000 mortgage.
And Tam Fam, that is where Reesa says the trouble starts. Her first episode has more than 37 million views. And now in a daytime exclusive, Reesa speaking out for the first time. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. I already know that this has been overwhelming for you. How do you process it right now? With a smile on your face.
I'm doing the best I can.
What do you mean by that?
What's going on, Nero? Good morning. Oh, yeah, she's She's not. She. Oh, here's what I will say. That I definitely hope she learned from this entire experience with him, having to tell the story, seeing where she went wrong. You know, in the sense of like believing certain things because she's about to roll into some money, and you had a townhouse with what was it, 3 bedroom townhouse before a townhouse, and came upon a homosexual. You know what I mean? Like, wait until you get that money. Like, you really gonna be attracting them like predatory men. So just, I hope she learned. I hope she learned, and she doesn't, go through worse next time. Because the next motherfucker may not pay the bills. They may clear out your bank account. Um, and Stan Design, thank you for the super prayer. The only lesson I learned from this is if your tire blows on the way to the first date, block his number and call AAA. Absolutely. Absolutely. And learn how to change a tire yourself so that it's not, I mean, it's cool that he could do it, but it don't, get you all hot in the pants.
It just means this is so surreal. First of all, being here is
But
surreal.
shout out to Reesa Teesa,
But
man.
it has been overwhelming. I'm still very much a regular woman. I have not quit my job, so I still go to work every day.
What did you think was going to happen? I'm always curious. When you hit send on the first one for the world to see, what did you think was going to happen?
So I honestly didn't think it was going to turn into this. When I had uploaded the series, I did it in batches. Yeah. So I did like parts 1 through 5. Well, parts 1 through 5 only had about 20,000 views. So I was like, okay, no one's really going to watch a 10-minute long video, let alone 50.
If you thought no one was going to watch, why did you load it up?
I hope somebody would. I didn't think it was going to be this.
For full disclosure here, you've not received any money from this. This was not done for money.
Correct.
This was done as a therapy.
Correct. Absolutely. It was very therapeutic and cathartic to get it out. To, again, just tell my experience of something that happened to me.
Was it a cautionary tale to warn other people?
Absolutely. Like my whole attitude was, I hope that someone sees it. I hope it helps someone who may be in a situation the way that I was, where you really, really want the fairy tale and you're ignoring certain things. And so I'm just trying to come to you, woman to woman, woman to man, and say, hey, don't ignore that. Don't ignore the signs.
Okay, so I have to say this for legal reasons. We reached out to your ex. He has said don't use his image or his real name, even though other people have done so. We are not doing that. Yes. Let's go back to the beginning. I'm listening to the first story, and I can see you in the car, and he's following you in a donut. You're like, jackpot. I got me one here, a good one. You go to the dinner.
To the Cheesecake Factory, which is my favorite, so that's why I did it. And again, the whole conversation flowed because, again, one thing that I will say about my ex, who is being portrayed right now, is not who I met. He was charming. He was very career-minded. Again, he could dress very well. He carried himself as someone who was serious. We had a good sense of humor, so we were able to be at dinner laughing.
You know what's funny? I went on this is a side story. I remember this was like when I first, this was like newly single after I had my kid. He has to be like a year or two old at the time, maybe a little bit older, maybe 3 years old at the time. I went on a date with somebody, right? And similar thing, the guy, when we would talk on the phone, he had all the greatest, like he's similar to what she's saying. He sounded serious. This guy sounded like he had his shit together, all that, right? So cool, whatever. I had a good job. He apparently, was making money, doing what he was doing or whatever. And we went on a date, and there's this place in the city that it's a Brazilian spot. And he was like, I love that place. I go there all the time. We always go, me and my friends go. It's like one of my favorite spots to go. And I was like, all right, cool. So fuck it, we'll go there. I've never gone to a Brazilian, I forget what they call it. When they come to the table and cut the meat right at the table. And so we went to the place. And when we got there, he was like, table for two. And the lady was like, you have to make a reservation. And so he was like, oh, I didn't know that. And I'm like, and I was like, wait, so you come here all the time and you didn't know that you needed a reservation? Number one. Number two, which wasn't really for me, it wasn't really a bad thing for me, but it was sort of like in combination with the first thing. When we got to the end of the date, he used a 2-for-1 coupon. And for me, typically that wouldn't be a bad thing because I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not a frugal person, but I appreciate those who are because that's not what I am. So, like, ideally, I would like to be with a person who's like a bit more frugal than me because they can, like in terms of so we could stay on track with shit because I'm not at all. And I was like, okay. I'm done. I'm good. Yeah, we never went on another date. After that because I was just like something about the fact that you come here all the time with your friends. This is your spot, and you didn't know you needed a reservation. I'm gonna call Cap. That's a lie, bullshit. And that was it. So yeah, you gotta pay attention to that. Like people could talk a real good game. People could talk a real good game, but like you gotta pay attention to what they're doing.
Talking about family, talking about the things that we wanted in life. And so when he presented himself as saying, I'm 42, I'm ready to settle down, I believe that.
What had your love life been like before that?
I had been in love before. It didn't work out, but I was at that age where I was like, okay, time is running out in terms of wanting a family. And that fueled a lot of it because I really looked up one day and I was like, oh my God, I'm way past 30. I'm ready to get married. I felt like my biological clock was
Oh, come on, internet.
So you were ready for love. You were ready for a family. And here's somebody who, as you pointed out, seemed serious, seemed about his business. When you all went to dinner, he paid for the dinner, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I asked that because a lot of folks have wondered, this wasn't about financials, right? He didn't ask you for money.
No.
You never had to make any wire transfer. There was no
No.
uncle who suddenly got sick and
No.
you needed to loan him some money for. Nothing like that.
No.
Because he was paying all the bills.
Correct. Once he moved in, he was paying all the bills. And the story behind him paying the bills was, I'm your man and I'm going to provide for you. So as my woman, your check is your check. I got you. That's exact. And when he said that, I said, oh, Jesus. Okay. Thank you.
All right.
TikTok series, Who the Bleep Did I Marry? Rejoining. So a lot of this that you've outlined in your TikTok series, but I'm curious. So you moved in how soon? Again, remind me.
Okay.
Which is okay.
We moved fast. So we met the beginning of March. And by the end of March, we decided to quarantine together because Georgia was going into lockdown.
Now remember, according to him, they never quarantined together. According to him, they were only really dating via FaceTime for what, 4 or 5 months or something like that, he said. Well, he never clarified when they stopped doing that. But according to him, that this never happened.
And I asked that question not to judge you because my husband and I moved in 3 weeks. So I understand things can go fast. And now you're in COVID and you go in and you move in fast. Things are still going good.
They're going well. And so well, I ended up pregnant in May.
You ended up pregnant in May. And around that time, that's when the conversation about a house came into play.
Yes, ma'am.
And he provided this statement saying he qualified for $750,000 mortgage. People go get a pre-qual letter all the time. So again, this is all seeming legitimate.
Right.
When you went in to look at a house, I think you found one, right? That
yes,
you liked.
Yes.
And was he leading the way in getting the home and qualifying and dealing with the real estate agent?
So he was choosing houses. The one that he initially put an offer in on is a house that I chose. But he was choosing houses. We were sending it to the realtor. He was saying, we would walk around the house and he's like, okay, I want to make this my man cave. I want to do, he was picturing how, it would be for us to live there. So again, I believed what I saw. I believed the letter that was in my hand that I had read.
You were
Brazilian barbecue. Yeah, we have one locally, but hubby won't take me till I can get more food in on one sitting. After, I hope you're able to do that soon, Axelot. Yeah, the food was amazing. It was very, very good. It was very good. I was like, damn. And it's nonstop, bringing meat to the table. Pause. But it was very good. Yeah, Dan, she ended up pregnant in May, but he said that never happened.
invested in this relationship. I want to play a clip that stood out to me. Let's play it.
And every time I would question it in my head, the other side of me was like, okay, you know he ain't lying about the money because you saw it. So you know he ain't lying. Girl, are you that? Like, I remember saying to myself, are you that jaded that you don't even know what it's like to have a decent man?
That stuck out to me because your spidey senses start going off, but your other side saying, girl, don't think everything
Exactly.
is like, it's not bad. Let go, let love and trust that it's okay, right? So much so that with these little red flags, you decide to go ahead and get married.
Yes.
You got married January 2021, 11 months after. So where this starts to unravel,
Jesus.
you got a job. It required a background check. You had to apply. And then he had to give his social security number, even though it was a job for you.
Correct.
The social security number that he wrote down did not match the one that you were called on your marriage license.
Correct.
Which I think is great, detective. I was like, I don't know if I would have noticed that.
At this point, by the time the job came along, there were so many things happening that I started noticing everything. Keep in mind, and I feel like it's important to admit this, there were red flags from the beginning. And I ignored them, and I ignored them. And God kept giving more red flags, more warnings, and I ignored them because I wanted what I wanted. And that's why I said in the video series, it was more important to get what I want than to be obedient. And it cost me. So by the time the new job came along and I was able to go ahead and apply and I needed his social, so many things, that's the United Nations of red flags. So many things had happened to where, okay, what is going on?
Yeah.
And I just had no idea the depth of it.
So we also did a background check on both of you. But there are no surprises. Wait, full disclosure, we do background checks on all of our guests on the show. And we could not find any evidence that he went to school in San Diego. We could not find him on any arena football team roster. We could not find any previous California address for him. You did that on your own, which again, I give you credit for going in because there's a fight or flight, right? There's an embarrassment, there's a shame, there's all of these things you can feel in a moment like this when you have the United Nations of red flags, as you pointed out, but you started to do your due diligence. You're using these resources and you're uncovering. I've watched the videos. I want to know really and truly what you did not record that you're willing to share about the sense of betrayal. Because you have a great sense of humor. You still have a great wall. You are resilient. I can see it. But I know that this, from what you've told me, I just wanted this love. This is the fairy tale. There had to be a lot of tears.
Yeah. The one thing that I did not put in there, I hit on it, but I did not go in depth. The part for me that I don't talk about because I don't want to be that vulnerable. I don't want someone to make fun of it, is the fact that once I discovered that, no, he's not a regional manager. He's not a VP of production or operations. He was just a regular employee. The dominoes started falling. And one of those dominoes was the realization that you did not have a business meeting when I had to go to the hospital. You simply were not there. So when I was
that's
texting
rough.
you, and I was terrified, I'm texting you that I'm in pre-op, and I'm so scared because I just don't know what's going to happen. And David texted me back. There came a moment where once I discovered all the lies that I realized you really left me hanging when I needed you the most. And
that's
on so many levels, I can honestly sit here and tell you that is the one thing that I struggle to forgive. Because it's already hard. There was so much fear. Like I felt like, first of all, I felt like a failure because my body did not go to term.
People, for those of you who do not know, the pregnancy ended. You lost the baby.
So again, I take myself back to when I discovered there was no David. So you were pretending to be someone else, texting me when I was in pre-op, telling you I'm scared. I love you, because I text all this. I love you. If anything happened, like, anyway, because it takes me back there.
Yeah, that's rough. That's a rough realization.
And that's the real part of the story. And that's why I wanted you on, because look, you can watch the 10 hours and you can hear a lot of what you've already said, but I knew that there was more. And I know that there has to be tears. I also know that there has to be a level of fear. And when you detail, after you found out he had a criminal record, he'd gone away for a while, he came back, even though you said, I don't want any parts of you. And you came back home and he was parked in that driveway. That is dangerous. You know, we can talk about the red flags. Someone you've told, I'm divorcing you, leave me alone, I will call the police, still in your driveway, waiting for you, is scary. And you don't talk a lot about that fear, I noticed.
I didn't. It was terrifying. I know that I did state in the video series, I was terrified to go home. And that is something no one should ever have to experience. Being afraid to go to what should be your peace, should be your solitude, should be your sanctuary. He had been threatening that he was going to come back. So I had reached out to law enforcement, and I talk about in the video series where it was the police captain when I called him after I called 911. Police captain immediately answered the phone. And he said, "I got the call. We're on our way. We got you." So this was now another example of someone else saying, "I got you." And I was like, "God, please, I hope he really does have me." But he did. And I stayed in my
And
car.
you were afraid for your life at times?
I was afraid of the unknown. Like this got to get out my house. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was a whole stranger. I mean, that also got to be real, hard to sort of wrap your head around, right? That you've been living with this person, you've been, like you've been living with them, you've been, like, for me, I can't fall asleep around anyone. That's hard for me. So to realize that you are putting yourself in a vulnerable position with a person you know nothing about, essentially, that is scary, very scary. Okay, so this is the last tip. Oh yeah, today's gonna be early.
Man, and the more I talk about it, the more I realize.
Here we go. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with this person. She's a psychologist. Um, Ramani, is that her name? Ramani, but she's specifically talks about like narcissism and like surviving narcissist or narcissistic abuse or whatever. So this is, I guess they had her on to talk about why, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. Like if you are, if you are fooled by a person like this, that this is not something that you should feel ashamed for because they're very calculated in what they do.
One of our guests today are joining us, and now we have an expert, you might say, in the house, psychologist Dr. Ramani Gavasala. She actually has a book right now that hit the New York Times bestsellers list. It is.
Oh no, Chantal's mate, it's true. Like, especially now that she's making more money and stuff like that, like, or that she's going to make more money. Um, the what do you call that shit? The predators are gonna be out. Like they're gonna be out and they're gonna be on the hunt, and there's gonna be more of them. So she definitely she definitely needs to pay attention to the signs and make sure she doesn't repeat it. Everyone says everyone fell for his stuff for a long time. Yeah, yeah.
It is called "It's Not You: Identifying and Healing from
she's
Narcissistic
good.
People." I love the title of this book. Dr. Ramani, first of all, congratulations on making the bestseller list. So that means a lot of people are trying to avoid narcissistic people.
Or heal from them.
Heal from
them. I mean, I think where Reesa's story was so striking to me was the thing that struck her was actually an act of kindness, someone helping with a tire. That's not, you don't associate that with narcissism. In
Oh my
story,
God.
nothing happened for years. You don't associate that with narcissism.
Oh, my internet. Come on.
But once it starts happening, you've bought in, right? You're saying it's got to be me because this was running fine for a while. So this has got to be a me thing. And then we blame ourselves and dig ourselves deeper to the point where we think we're the bad one and we're the problem.
Right. And that's the thing. I love it. It's not you. And Blake was able, through writing about Molly, dig into her background versus sitting in the room saying, it was me. It was me. I didn't see it coming. And I was like, how could you? How could she have seen this coming?
I'll tell you why you couldn't have, because you said so many important things in your story. I was getting ready to get married. I wanted to be a mom.
Right.
And you know what? All the folks whose stories we heard, and many other people have these stories, all you wanted to do was love and be loved. Right. I am tired of us seeing that like a problem.
That's society, right? Saying that we are all supposed to be perfect, that you can't have made a mistake or a bad decision, which is the terrible component here.
But it's more than that. I go deeper than embarrassment, say it's shame. Because not only did you feel bad, the world judged you. In all of these stories,
for telling
everyone
your
has
story.
faced judgment for telling their
Well,
story.
yeah, that's why what Charlemagne. So I got some of the videos, but I can't find the raw video of Charlemagne saying that she was exhibiting big back behavior. But yeah, like a lot of people get shamed for this as if folks haven't been through this shit. If you talk to anyone, they've come across at least one person. Nobody knows this shit straight out the gate. You just don't. And there are many reasons why you overlook certain signs. So there shouldn't be any shame in it. Because it happens to everyone. You just learn from it.
story, for not picking up on it sooner. You know, why, all the things you were saying, all the ways you were shamed publicly.
Yeah.
And what that means is nobody tells their stories. And these stories fester in the darkness. We have to bring them into the light.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
People like to believe it won't happen to
Well,
them.
that's why they judge. They think it won't happen to them. And I'm here to tell you, it happens to everyone. The ones who happen to, buy the book. Ultimately, everyone's going to buy the book. I can promise you that. Because if you keep thinking it won't happen to you, then it will happen to you.
Wow. I should point out, Blake, you have remarried, right?
Yes.
How's life now?
There's hope for you. Oh, come on.
Life now is great. I found a person that had been through a similar experience and really meets me in the middle instead of having to, you know, struggle with it all the time.
And Jennifer, you've started dating again.
I am open to it. I'm open to it.
You're open to it.
I still believe in love.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I love that. You still believe in love. And we already know you got free cruises to the Bahamas and everywhere else you're going. So you're just living your best real life. And I'm happy about it. Happy about it. Thank you to all of our brave guests.
Yeah, I might have to, that might be actually fun. I don't know if y'all would like that, to look into some sort of, some more love, like stories like this with like narcissistic partners and shit like that. I'm gonna look on TikTok. I'm sure more people. Well, actually, next week we're gonna get into the lies he told. So that's the next one. I know Lex asked me about it, and we've been kind of just dealing with the, you know, all the extra stuff from this specific story. So tomorrow we'll go over the Charlemagne one, and the T.S. Madison, him saying that she was exhibiting big back behavior, his apology, and maybe we'll get into some of the new story tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. She's gonna have trouble finding partners. I think they'll be afraid to be put on blast. That's a good point too. Like, you know, that there might be some of that. She might get some of that pushback in the sense of, yeah, like people being afraid that she's just gonna blast their shit afterwards. If your internet provider has business internet, I think they do. I have to check. For real on the world, judging you. My ex came from a wealthy family, and I was initially labeled badly by them because of my age, and the separation of continents made us rush into marriage. Have you seen the Shelley Strawberry and Ernesto story? No, what is that? Shelley Strawberry? Let me write it down. Hold on. Shelley Strawberry and Ernesto. Let me do that. Shelley. All right. So I think we're going to end it there because my internet is acting up and I don't want to, you know, fuck up this entire stream. So I'll end it there. And then tomorrow we'll get back to, Shirley. Tomorrow we'll get to the rest of it. And Mrz Parker should be on tomorrow, so we'll be able to discuss the whole big bad comments. I enjoy these, and I thank you for putting on all the TikToks and longer videos as well to rewatch later. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find more, and the more I find, I'll put them up. Oh, actually, there's some TikToks. That's what we're gonna go over tomorrow too. There's some TikToks of women trying to debunk some of the parts of her story. So I'm gonna upload them probably tonight, and so we could go over those tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. It's Thursday out here. It stopped raining finally, so hope you guys all have a good day, have a good weekend, and I mean, I'll see y'all tomorrow. So later, y'all. And thank you to everyone who came out, all the new people. Don't forget to sub if you should choose to. And yeah, thank you for all the support. I will see y'all tomorrow. Later. Oh shit, where'd it go?
Last night spanking? Are we talking? Are we spanking? Are we talking? Are we spanking? Are we talking? Are we spanking?
Damn.